Hey everyone, it's Sean here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to set host names and privileged exec passwords. Now, in our last video, we completed we made a simple network here. We drew out our map and we made sure everything was talking, but now in order to take the next step, we're going to have to secure our devices a little bit more and also have a bit of organization. So, in order to do this, the first thing we're going to need to do is name all of our devices. Now, in an actual, I guess you could say like a corporate network or any office, you're going to want to name your devices. You don't want everything to be called switch 1 or switch 2 or whatever. So you're going to want your stuff to be separate. So let's see if I might have already been. Okay, so in order to do this, the first thing we do is type the enable command, which seems I've already done. And then in order to make configuration changes, we just move into the configure terminal and we type a simple command called hostname. Now I'm going to name this switch I'll name it switch 1. Let's put, I think capital letters are allowed. Switch 1, and see the changes immediately take effect. So you saw our name was originally switch here, and now our name has now been changed to switch 1. So if you are in an office environment, you'd want to name something like this switch 1, this switch 2, and then I guess whatever names you want to give your PCs to. So now that we've done that, the second thing we want to do is make sure that if anyone accesses our device, whether it be physical access or we'll get into remote access in another video, but if anyone's able to physically access your device and plug in a console cable, we want to make sure that they can't make any changes or even get into our device. We don't want them to do any show commands. We want them to have nothing. So in order to do this, we're already in the configure terminal. So we're going to want to move into our line con 0. Now this is your console port. Let's see if I can move over. See if this even... Well, I don't really know how to flip it. But in the back of most switches, you're going to have a port that says console. It's basically just a serial line in order to get in. So what we want to do is we want to set a password. So we immediately just type password, and once again we are in line con 0, and whatever we want to set our password to. So I'm just going to set it as Sean, and there we are. Now, in order for us actually to be prompted for a password when we log in, we're actually going to need to type the login command. There we are. So the password is now set. We are now prompted with a login, and we can exit. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do is check to see if the password was actually set. So we can go, I think we can type exit, and then, let's see here, we can go show running config. Here we can see all our configurations. So the host name, switch 1, which we've done, and then it should be somewhere around here. Here we are, line con 0, the password has been set to Sean. Now, this here, while it is secure that we have set a password, we want to make sure that even if someone gets access to our device, we don't even want them to know what the password is under any circumstances. So in Cisco, it has this great service called, I think we can do it from here. No, we have to go. Okay. It has this great service called that encrypts your passwords for you. So we go service, password encryption. There we are. So now, if we exit, show running config, you can now see that our password has been encrypted. So even if someone were to get even if someone were to be able to get into our device, they wouldn't even be able to know our password anyways. So, and the last thing we're going to need to do is copy our running config to our startup config. Here we are. Now, remember, always do this, or else all the work you've done will pretty much be for nothing. And just to check if our configuration changes are working, are. And as you can see, user access verification, password. Here we are. We are now into our switch. Now in the next video, I'll be setting a password for the enable command in order to require, so it basically requires 2 passwords in order to even get in to make changes. Thanks a lot, and once again, for those who saw my first video, I really appreciate it, and let me know your guys' feedback, and have a great day.